This is the Iowa Weather Report for Tuesday, October 14th, 2014. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have this big system right over the middle part of the country. This is slowly going to lift out to the north and east today. It brought a bit of severe weather yesterday across the Mid-South and the Gulf Coast area. The low pressure center will be over Illinois. Best chance for seeing any thunderstorms will be to the east. Have some lingering rain in the eastern two-thirds of the state. That's going to hold temperatures down into the 50s, while some lower 60s will be across the western counties. We could still see some clouds in our eastern counties here on Wednesday, as this upper-level feature is still over the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. Otherwise, sunshine will break out in the western half with highs well into the 60s. Thursday will be more than likely the best day of the week across the state. Sunshine everywhere, maybe a cloud or two, highs in the 60s, maybe a few lower 70s possible as well. And then as we head into Friday, we have a little bit of cool air coming down behind this big system that's really rotating around eastern Canada. And that's going to bring northwesterly winds in. That's going to drop the temperatures down into the upper 50s to lower 60s both Friday and into Saturday. Any precipitation will be across the Great Lakes, and pretty much that's going to be the case for the entire country. Outside of far south Texas, maybe a shower around El Paso and along the northwest. The Great Lakes will be the only place that's going to see any rain. Even on Sunday, a little bit of moisture over South Texas, some over the Great Lakes in the northeast, and another system about to move into the north and west. It looks fairly dry even for the weekend across most of the country. As we go into the new work week Monday, we see a disturbance to our south that could break out some showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm across Missouri and Kansas. The only thing that's going to do is it's going to pull in this high pressure to our north, and that's going to bring some colder air aimed mainly toward the Great Lakes. You can see a ridge is trying to form here by next Tuesday over the middle part of the country. But we still have a northerly flow across the state, and that's going to pull down some colder air, mainly in the Great Lakes, but it could clip our northeastern counties before we see somewhat of a warm-up as we go toward the middle of next week. As we go into the extended period, this is the 25th, pretty much zonal at this point. Any rain looks to be across the northwest, the northern tier, and maybe a tropical entity in the Gulf, but we'll have to wait and see. And even at the end of the forecast, the 29th, we have a system over the northeast, one over the west in the mountains. Around here, southerly winds means warmer temperatures than normal. And when we take a look here at the 8 to 14 day outlook, this was released yesterday, you can see pretty much this is the extended period. You can see warmer than normal temperatures over the east, cooler than normal temperatures over the southeast, and we're pretty much in the above normal temperatures with below normal precipitation for most of the country. Only South Florida, the Northwest, and northern Alaska could see above normal precipitation, so it looks fairly dry in the extended period. As we take a look at the satellite image from last evening, we had this system moving through. Showers and thunderstorms across the southern portion of the country through the Tennessee River Valley, some lingering rain around here, and a new storm in the north and west. Watch warning map for last evening, we had a tornado watch during the early morning hours across the south, some flash flood watches around as well, some frost and freeze advisories across Colorado and New Mexico, some red flag warnings in Nevada, elsewhere fairly quiet. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock showing rain around here. This is mostly just through today, about a half to 1 inch in the eastern counties with little if anything off to the west, the heaviest over the Great Lakes, the south, and the Pacific Northwest.